Right. In the UK, bring it back here, nuclear power has averaged 3.6% of our energy. It varies depending on how much electricity we're using, 18 to 22%. Most media confuse electricity and energy, always point it out to them. You'll never get the figures from government or IEA or the IEA about how much energy nuclear produces, always electricity, because it sounds bigger. Last year, the government brought out a nuclear pathways report, and in this report it said that we should consider the 16 gigawatt replacement programme that we all know about should be considered a first tranche, and that they are now looking at up to 55, if not 75 gigawatts by 2050. And just to put that in context, 55 gigawatts would supply nearly 30% of future UK energy, assuming there's some demand reduction. 75% would produce 40% of UK energy. Few people noticed that. I don't think even the ministers really clocked what they were actually proposing. But what it does suggest is that Britain would be producing or going nuclear by a factor of 10 over the rest of the world. It would be really pushing nuclear. Anyway, so I'll come back to the Nuclear Pathways report. Let's look at it from a uranium perspective. They talk about uranium being, they don't like imports of this, that and the other, but uranium. You're contemplating a significant escalation of nuclear power in the UK by a factor of 3.5 to 4.7 times that first tranche, which was actually bigger than the original programme by maybe 20%. So security, high dependency on imported uranium. This is their figures, 0.6 million tonnes by 2100. Redbook resources to a certain price are about 7 million tonnes. If you then work out our population, the share of 2050 population should be just less than 1%. So we would be using 11 times our global equal share, I don't like to call it a fair share, but equal share of uranium. China's building a lot of nuclear power stations. I mean, if push comes to shove, who's going to get the uranium? There are international uranium stores, or an idea for them, that would be used to move uranium out to any country that is suffering problems. The first one was built in Russia. So, another pawn in on the chessboard there. So, let's
would you like to say a few words? Just
later we have a meeting, and are you going to be there?
Yeah.
She has a
not the council, but the afternoon.
カウンシルの中のミーティングじゃなくて、午後いろんな方が集まる。
少なくともここに来るまでに美しい自然を見ていて、それをすべて失うことになることは絶対にいけない。
So at least since
Speedy, extra chronicles through the door. The delivery people coming to their own, there've been shed loads of them. They're ready to go out.
The success of the day means that we actually ordered 125 headsets. There are more than 125 of you here. We've been trying to think our way through the system, and we have a way. It means, however, that whilst those of you have this machine, English, I believe, is on channel 1, Japanese on channel 2, and Welsh on channel 3. I'll be speaking Welsh at the outset. But it does mean that when Mr. Khan is speaking, and he is speaking, that the English will be coming through the speakers at the back, so the speakers in the room. So you won't actually need your headset at that point. Okay. So I hope that's helpful for those of you who don't have headsets. Bear with us. As I say, it's a sign of success, dare I say it. So, thank you. Did everybody hear that?
So that's again TEPCO admitted. So that is very clear that still now Fukushima accident never ended, wound up. It's still emitting radioactive materials every day into the air, into the water. And Mr. Aoki will tell you over 120,000 people have been evacuated and they have nowhere to go. And so in that sense, this accident never ever ended.
Finally, I just want to say one thing to you. And when you look at Tomioka and see what it's like now, I can tell you that it's exactly the same as Fukushima. And when you think of Fukushima, you can think of Japan. And you can think of the whole world. Everybody should think about Fukushima and what's happened there. So, think of nuclear catastrophes is the one thing that I can tell you about. But it's something that human beings were not able to control. And the advance of science is very often in pursuit of happiness of human beings, but it doesn't always achieve that. And now, our Fukushima, people of Fukushima are all over the place, they're all being dispersed, and they don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. The place where they were born and were brought up, where they worked hard in the rice fields, where they brought their children up, their pets up, looked after their pets, where they loved their family. They have had to go all over the place to continue living, and that is so hard for them. And why has this happened? When you think about it, as I've been telling you, it is because we made, isn't it because we made the wrong choice? The town of Tomioka, one of its inhabitants said the following thing. When he was 40 and the nuclear power plant was going to be brought into close by, be built close by, the town itself, the people were divided half in favour and half against. And when he thought about it, he thought about the future of the town, and he thought of the benefits it would bring and the prosperity it would bring. And so he agreed with the building of the nuclear power plant. But it's a terrible mistake, he now realises. And what he thinks now is, what can he tell, how can he apologise to his grandchildren for what happened? He's got to take responsibility until he dies for what has happened. This poor man, this is what he says. And so, sick people who are in their 60s, well, they were students when talk first started of building the nuclear power plant. And they thought it didn't really concern them. But of course now it does. And what happens in the world, you might think, well, it's nothing to do with you. But they realise now that they should have thought about it a lot more carefully. And so their lives have been taken away from them. And they've been reduced to sort of a zero. And so they are so sad that the nuclear plant was built close to them. It gives them, causes them great stress, great sadness. And when we think about them, we want no more Hiroshima, no more Hiroshimas, and no more Fukushimas. That's what we think. So, I hope that you will listen to what I've said today and just imagine that it's happened to you. Thank you very much.
All of you. This has been such a moving presentation on all levels, really, that if it doesn't go to all our hearts, whatever can in history. We have, on a lighter note, a presentation from our friends here who have produced a CD, LP, download musical named Fukushima, and they would like to present it to our guests.
Diolch yn fawr iawn i chi gyd yn dod draw y cam i gefnogi'r ymgyrch. Dyn ni'n rhoi hwnna'n rhodd i chi diolch a dangos cadernid efo sy'n digwydd yn Japan. Mae'r CD a'r album, beth chi brynu copi yn y cefn a mae'r arian yn mynd tuag at yr ymgyrch. Dyna'n cysgu gyda hynny. Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Mae'n advocate y tu allan os ydych chi'n hoffi cyflwyniad at yr achos. They're advocates outside for those of you.
present this beautifully made paper crane, which is a symbol of peace in Japan. Paper crane were started to be formed many times after a young girl called Sadako in Hiroshima had a radiation effect from Hiroshima atomic bomb. And she died before she really achieved her wish to make it 1,000, so that her wish comes true. But she died before it happened, 600 something, she made it. So she liked to present this to people against wilful beings as a symbol of peace.
Yes, I'm so grateful to come here because so many people involved about against the nuclear power plant, especially, and also they are serious take responsibility, future generation, children's generation, because we are really concerned about the children's, and this is our responsibility, especially adult. And in Buddhism, take the life is a crime of all. And the children have to learn how to respect all life. This is we learned from Fukushima. All children now suffering, and the babies are suffering from radiation. And we are so worried. Japanese people are no really realize, all society are no realize children's future. So I'm so glad to come here, and all people responsibility, feel responsible, do something for this society. Thank you so much. ありがとうございます。